Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I'm based in Nova Scotia in Canada. I just share my experiences about life here in Canada. This video is a continuation of travel vlog. So I stopped at when we got to Montreal and when we were on our way to Toronto. So this video is a continuation of that. So this was us on our way to Toronto from Montreal. It's about 5.5 hours drive approximately to Toronto from Montreal. So this was us. We stopped by to buy gas at a point, and then we went on with our journey. But me actually that share yet. I mean brand no matter.
So sometimes can you tell us so the more?
Be me man do money a mouse. A mouse give me 5 cents per liter.
So orúkọ tí mo máa fi lọ sí ẹ̀sùn òdìbò wá látàárọ̀ so nǹkan tó máa ń bẹ́ẹ̀ lòmí rà.
So we continued our journey and we got to Toronto around 11:30 p.m. or thereabouts because we left Montreal in the evening. So we got to Toronto. And when you get to Toronto, one of the things that, that you'd see are the high-rise buildings, the beautiful city, the large road network and all of that stuff. And yeah, so we got into Toronto. To the glory of God, it was we had driven about 11-12 hours from Halifax to Montreal already, though we slept in Montreal. If you've seen that video, if you have not, please go check it out. Thanks for those of you who have watched and also commented. It was quite engaging. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So yeah, so we were driving about 11-12 hours to Montreal, and then we drove another 5-6 hours to Toronto. Though we slept in Montreal, and then the next day we toured Montreal a bit, and then we proceeded on our journey to Toronto. So we went to our hotel. Even though we are not staying in Toronto that night, we are going to Winnipeg. So that's our hotel. So the plan was to drop our car in this hotel, park it for the number of days we're going to be in Winnipeg for. So we came to the hotel and then we parked our car before we proceeded to Winnipeg. We are coming back to Toronto, so that's why we chose a hotel that had, facility for parking. So we parked our car and it was safe. We met our car intact. Nothing happened. We paid for parking for the number of days we parked it for. And then we had booked the hotel. The reason why we were able to use the hotel is because we had booked it anyway for the following week. So we parked and then we went off. That's us at the airport on our way to Winnipeg. It was quite a tiring journey. Road trip from Halifax to Montreal, from Montreal to Toronto, and then we went on to fly to Winnipeg. So our flight to Winnipeg in Manitoba was a very early morning flight, I think around 6 a.m. or thereabouts. And so we got to the airport and check-in was for 4 a.m. or something like that. We went to Toronto around 11-12. We got to the airport around 1 or 2 or thereabouts. So we had 2 hours to wait. My husband, who has been driving, was tired, so he slept. Likewise, my mom and my mother-in-law, they were all tired. The kid had slept in the car, and Abby also slept in the airport. But me, I don't see a bed. I hardly sleep. So we're just there walking around, playing with the girls. The girls had slept in the car, so they were awake with me, and we just playing around.
Because wait, over here. Let's play rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No, so this is scissors. This is rock.
And then it was time to check in. The queue was so long. This was in July, about 2 months ago. The queue at the airports were crazily long. So if you're traveling, then it had to be at the airport at least 3 hours prior if it's an international flight. And if it's a local flight, 2 hours, you have to be there because the queues and the security queue as well were long. So that's our passport. If you're going on a local trip within Canada, you don't require a passport, just your ID card will do. But because we are going on an international trip, that's why we had our passports. We're going to the US on this trip. That's why we had our passports, with us. And then once we finished checking in, we went to the lounge. Abdul and I have this brown card that allows us to use the lounge for free at airports. So we went in, relaxed. We had an hour or so before boarding time, so we relaxed, we ate, we just felt a bit good before we now boarded our flight to Winnipeg. And then it was time for boarding, and we went to the airplane to fly to Winnipeg in Manitoba. So yeah, come with us on the trip. Nabil, are you okay? I've been privileged to fly a number of times, but I still get intrigued by the concept of flying in an airplane. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful experience. Like, I can never get tired of flying and get, being intrigued by the concept, just being in the sky. God is just wonderful. Our technology is great, like science is everything, for those who invented flying, kudos to you. Such a beautiful, beautiful experience. I could never get tired of it. Each time I'm up there, I'm in awe of, how gracious God is, it's just so beautiful. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I feel when I fly. It's every single time I fly. To the glory of God, we landed in Winnipeg safely. We got there in the morning. And we're happy that we landed safely, but we're all so tired. Oh my God, we're tired. And I was just happy to be in Winnipeg. So we came to Winnipeg specifically for a wedding, a family wedding. My nephew-in-law was getting married, so we went there for that purpose. And also to tour. So we used like one stone to kill two birds. And let me tell you why I was interested or glad to be in Winnipeg. I've heard so much about Winnipeg. Oh, it's cold, it's this, it's that. People it's boring. I've heard all sorts. So I just wanted to experience it myself. I was really, really glad to be in Winnipeg, honestly. It was not about, going to tourist places. It was more about just being in that space, like just being there and see what it is like to be in Winnipeg. Some places you go to, like Toronto, you'll be like, I want to go to CN Tower, I want to go to Niagara Falls. But for me in Winnipeg, there was no tourist place in my mind. It was just to go there, see what the place looks like. That's why I was really, really intrigued and interested in going to Winnipeg.
Lounge yẹn dẹ̀ wà lókè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o.
Èmi náà rí lókè bọ̀ ṣé wọ́n máa bèrè páàsì.
So tí wàá set up kìíní yẹn.
Wọ́n máa bèrè páàsì bí àwọn ń lọ. Má de pé òdìdé ni, did they give you? It does not matter.
No, they have to ask for your part because you must be waiting for
a flight. No, Winnipeg is a city inside a province called Manitoba in Canada. So while waiting, my nephew-in-law came. It was like a family reunion. We had not seen him in about 6 years, even though we've both been in this country for about 6 years, but we just met. He had not come to Winnipeg. He's not come to Nova Scotia. We last saw in Lagos. It was a beautiful reunion for us. I was very happy to see him. We were all happy to see ourselves. And then he came to pick us and off we went. Yeah, so Manitoba has about 1.3 million people in it, and in Winnipeg there are over 800,000. So you can see like majority of people that live in Manitoba live in Winnipeg. About 70% of the population live in a particular city. So yeah, it's a small city, small province, chill, like Nova Scotia as well. And we all could not fit in my nephew-in-law's car. So 5 of us went with him, while 2 people went in a taxi.
Yeah.
Nabil.
Wale.
My other side here.
Right now, yeah, go. Yeah.
Then go and take Okada. So we're in your Winnipeg.
Yeah, this is Winnipeg.
Winterpeg.
Winterpeg. You're lucky.
At least it's summer. We're going to one winter.
Very hot.
So when it's good, it's very cold. When it's hot, it's very hot.
Like the cold is very extreme.
The cold
is extreme. So you probably the sun is extreme.
Wow. Yeah. No, I still prefer sun, Sha. There are all those your crazy winters.
Yeah, it is. Very crazy.
How do you guys survive?
Survival.
I'm a dream, no, Nisha.
Double up.
Where my plows no gone.
Yeah,
No, they haven't that about John.
Do you understand, Jebo?
So I understand.
Okay. How's wedding going? Preparation? Okay, is it one bear or Canadian?
It's one bear.
Oh, I'm back. No, she's the real running. Tell about the Pombi Concourse. That be London, no. I know I forgot about not in Tabio. Tell you to sing or combine, but sing.
Saturday, music.
Wọ́n ní ọmọ tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ ó láti láàbù àsìkò gbádùn ìlú yìí ká ló yí sí ká bá sọ mí ni o so téèyàn bá èèyàn faṣẹ́ ló dọ̀tún ló sì so weekend
ayé mi jẹ mẹ́.
Of course àwọn míì tí wọ́n sọ́ndẹ̀ gan wọ́n faṣẹ́.
Ọdún kò sọ́dún bí. Ọjọ́ iṣẹ́ ni.
Níjọ́ léyà àbí ṣé léyà nínú ìtúnu àwẹ̀. Níjọ́ ìtúnu àwẹ̀ tẹ́nìkan sọ wípé òun lọ bí iṣẹ́.
Of course.
Ọdún táwọn nìyẹn. Ọdún táwọn kérésì gan-an ọ̀yìn fa iṣẹ́. Táwọn bí. Ẹ máa náà mú ìmọ̀ta, wọ́n máa tún máa sọ wípé àwọn máa ṣiṣẹ́.
Àtẹ̀lé wọn gba double salary jọ. So àwọn míì torí ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òun ni o akẹ́ni náwó akóró oko wálé
had to wait. There was somebody usually even attending to our patients.
Yeah.
Our patients.
How's work? How's everything? So are you on leave yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How bad is the traffic? How bad is it?
No, like it probably worst cause it just take like maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Extra.
That's the worst.
I have come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to show you probably the wedding, the things we got to do in Winnipeg, and all the fun stuff. I'll show you in subsequent videos. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and be good. Bye.